I'm a boss like I'm Tony Montana. Paid the cost, still ain't learned no manners. Oh, don't be funny, yeah, you know just who I am. Yeah, I'm a problem and I came in with my game.
Run me my shit,
Hey, run me my shit.
give me the money.
So give me the money, baby.
I want them honey.
Yeah, I want the
Yeah, I want them honey. Run me my shit,
Say, run me my shit.
give me the money.
Bitch, give me my money.
I want them honey.
Say, I want the
Yeah, I want them honey.
I want the honey. Too young to be tired, too old to be broke, too black to be quiet. I'm feeling chaotic. Send word to my folks inside of the riot. A problem. Niggas who know, they stay out of Dodge. A problem. Niggas who don't, shit they gon' find out. Look, little nigga grinding doing big shit. Talk shit real quick, way to get your wig split. Walk in, all I'm trying to do is get my dick wet. Walk in, all I'm trying to do is get my dick wet. Walk in, all I'm trying to do is get a big check. Walk in, bitches on deck like a shipwreck. I spy, little bad bitch with a thick set. Looking like a snack, I'm trying to hit that.
Had to check the swag, I think they bit that. Busting all these rhymes in my mood, had to flip that. Put the whole team on my back like a backpack. Take a break, candy coat the whip like a Kit Kat. Take a break, flip a couple stacks for the get back. Niggas fake ratting on they mans, I don't get that. We ain't with the tough pony talk for the chit chat. Problem in the building, motherfucker, call it dispatch.
I'm a boss like I'm Tony Montana. Paid the cost, still ain't learned no manners. Oh, don't be funny, yeah, you know just who I am. Yeah, I'm a problem and I came in with my game.
Run me my shit,
Hey, run me my shit.
give me the money.
So give me the money, baby.
I want them honey.
Yeah, I want the
Yeah, I want them honey.
honey.
Run me my shit,
Say, run me my shit.
give me the money.
Bitch, give me my money.
I want them honey.
Say, I want the
Yeah, I want them honey.
honey.
Man, these niggas, they be talking big shit. Call the reps cause they he'll quit. They don't never quit. Better know a real bitch cause the trigger finger itch. No wedding being, but I can commit. Suicide doors in the cockpit. Counterfeit, niggas never got shit. Need a Brad Pitt with some benefits. Never caught a case that I can acquit. Listen to me, bitch, make them checks split.
I'm a boss like I'm Tony Montana. Paid the cost, still ain't learned no manners. Oh, don't be funny, yeah, you know just who I am. Yeah, I'm a problem and I came in with my game.
Run me my shit,
Hey, run me my shit.
give me the money.
So give me the money, baby.
I want them honey.
Yeah, I want the
Yeah, I want them honey. Run me my shit,
Say, run me my shit.
give me the money.
Bitch, give me my money.
I want them honey.
Say, I want the
Yeah, I want them honey.
You know, every night we all do this, you know, and I sleep, why? Man, I sleep. Little dog, shut up when the big dog I bark, you know. Man, I play that. Prlm Chld, why? We take it from 9-3 to infinity. To infinity, you know. Big man thing. Pride Zoo, Hovlaine, Scottie Kash. Build a dynasty. Me nah lose, no lose, me nah lose. All strength, no weakness. Big man thing. What we y'all do?
All right, so we are good to go. So first of all, thank you guys for hopping on the call. It'll be about an hour of just me chopping the shit with you. I don't care what you guys say on camera. I work with different artists from all of these different genres. So if you guys want to swear, I don't care. If you guys want to talk about things that are really personal to you, it's all good. But mainly I wanted to get you guys to talk about your experience, so a little bit about your background, and then also go into some stuff about advice you would give to aspiring artists. So Finessed Media works with artists from all different kinds of backgrounds. We work with people who are really experienced and have managers and our reps are signed, or independent artists. We also work with people who have maybe 50 followers, but they have really great talent. So my main goal is to have you guys talk a little bit about your experience so that people can learn from it and understand how you guys got to where you are, and then also give you a little bit of promo.
Okay, dope. So yeah, let's start. Go ahead, Scottie.
Okay. So I'm Scottie Kash, the rude boy, the yard boy. I'm Caribbean. I'm Jamaican. So I'm representing for my Caribbean folks. You know what I'm saying? I'm putting on for my Caribbeans. I'm putting on for North Philly too. You know what I mean? I'm from Philly. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's the rude boy, the stylish stallion, and all that.
Big facts. Big facts.
Thing, and
I'm Prlm Chld. I mean, the young king from North Philly. You know what I'm saying? And I've been doing music for like 10 plus years now.
Yeah.
I mean, I play instruments, I sing, I rap. I'm from North, so I had a lot of different setbacks and things like that really pushed me into the music, into the music field real heavy as a kid. I mean, I won't go super deep into it at this moment just so we can keep it pushing. But go ahead, Hov.
Stock by said, my name is Hovlaine, 1/3 of Prlm Chld. Name speaks for itself. I'm super Haitian. But I've always been artsy and creative, like ever since I was little. I always knew I wanted to like do something in the arts. So I mean that's where I'm at, and now I'm with my group. So here we go.
And how did you guys get started?
So we had mentors that we all kind of like started to work with in like a few years back.
Yeah.
And so like Scottie was doing his thing solo, you know what I mean? And he could tell you about how like he connected to the mentor. So and I was doing my thing at that time period. So like I was just about to graduate from college with my degree in business management. Like again, it's a lot. But with my degree in business management and everything.
And then me and Pryor kind of met like working with the mutual mentors.
Right,
so then we all end up being in the studio together or doing artist development together.
Yeah.
And then that's how the group
me and Zoo knew we was in second grade together. So like I knew him in like second grade, and then like we had got separated.
Yeah.
Like it was like a long time, like, and then we reconnected through our mentors. So it was like it just felt like it was meant to be.
Facts.
Like they came to us like, yo, y'all are dope. Like y'all should just come together. Like we was all doing artist development separately with them. And it was like, yo, y'all dope. Like y'all should come together and do the Prlm Chld thing.
When you guys met, did you all automatically click like that, or was it like you just started singing and dancing, or how did it work?
Yeah, so me and Scott, like you said, we knew each other from when we was young.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like when we was in school, we was in second grade. It was like second grade type shit. Like so, it wasn't like a crazy thing. But when we reconnected, it was dope. Yeah. And we clicked automatically. Well, Hov is funny. Like so, I met. So when I first met Hov, it was with one of our mentors, and like we were all just kind of like learning and talking about shit and just kind of talking about our previous path, because Hov was a songwriter for a long time. So she was just kind of trying to like get into the artist bag, and it was real dope. First of all, I'm super proud of Hov, yo. Like Hov, seriously, like yo, Hov from when we met to where she is now is like a super transformation. It was only like 2 years.
Crazy.
No, but it's dope. That's the special thing to me. You know what I mean? Especially since it's like the idea of the Prlm Chld shit. It's like it's not about where you start up, it's about where you end up. Right. You know what I'm saying? If you're really passionate and you connected to your purpose, like yo, you can do anything. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying, Hov is a great testament to that. I mean, we all are, but just seeing her development throughout this time period was real dope.
Yeah, because we knew it was super important, like knowing that we about to step on this journey together, like doing the music thing, you know what I'm saying? Especially all of us kind of being used to doing solo thing and kind of being able to take it whichever way we do. Like the first thing we had to do was we really just had to get connected outside of music. Like the first thing wasn't even about the first song or the first, like we was like, yo, let's go to the diner. Like, you know what I'm saying? We went to the diner, I think it was after like a studio session, but we was there. No, was it after a session? I don't know.
It was
but we went to a diner. I think it might have been like 2 a.m. It was like real late.
We went there like 3 a.m. and we just basically talked to each other and was like, let's get to know each other. Like, let's really bring this chemistry together and see what's
like everybody mental, because emotional, spirit. Like we just got connected. in that way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And that was a super important thing for us.
Yeah.
And specifically for me, I knew generally, like, I like I told you, I got the degree in business management, right? So I was learning about how teams is structured and businesses is structured. And also I'm on some street shit. That's where I'm from.
Right.
So like the people I'm moving with, I need to be able to understand and connect with. So I'm learning that the importance of that from two sides, on some business shit and on some just where I'm from shit. You know what I'm saying? And then like I was able to connect with these two motherfuckers, and they for real. And yo, like I don't want to be too in my bag about it, but like yo, we connected on a certain, you know what I mean, special space, and I fucked with them in you know what I mean, in a real way, and that was real dope. I really wanted to, because here's the thing, like I said, it's business and it's street shit. So at the end of the day, if they was weirdos, I don't give a fuck. I'm trying to get to a bag.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I would have still been able to finesse and work with it, but I just needed to know who the fuck they was. It turns out that I fuck with them real heavy, and that's a blessing. It don't have to be that though, because like we know, like getting to a bag is getting to a bag. You know what I'm saying? When you at work, I don't give a fuck if I like my boss or the nigga that's sitting next to me. You know what I'm saying? But it's dope and it's a blessing when you really can fuck with them. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because that was a long answer to your short question. But, you know, basically,
no, that's good.
There's a lot of history there for us to like link up and like be a group.
Definitely. I mean, because it was pretty natural. I mean, the whole process, like even to now where we at today, like, I mean, it felt like destiny. You feel me? Like once I was like got in the studio with them and just got around them and you know what I'm saying? Like when we started really building, it just was like, yo, like in my heart, I just was like, yo, this it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like this, because like I said, we always grinding solo, like trying to figure it out, you know what I'm saying? But you know, once we got into this, like in my heart, I was like, yo, I know it's like everything about to change. You know what I'm saying? Like I knew that we had something that's like, it's really not like, there's no lane right now. That's, you know what I'm saying? Like the last group that came like us was the Fugee. So it's like, it's nothing like that in the industry right now. So that was also just dope to me to be like, yo, oh shit, like this really something that nobody is doing right now. You know what I'm saying? To be able to come with that wave.
And major shout out to the OGs, man, because they saw the vision. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Like, so they came to us one day. Like I got the call, Range called me. His Range is Sean. So Range called me. He was like, yo, can you meet me at Chuck's? He had Scottie there already.
Yeah, I was with him.
And so he was like, all right. I was like, all right, bet. And I knew he was trying to put me in some type of fucking group. I'm like, yo, these niggas gonna try to do some old hype shit. I'm like, fuck it, man. Like, I'm open to this, whatever, you know, because like at this point, I already been doing music for a while. I had some successes in different areas, but not like nothing that I really wanted to. You know what I mean? Like
he was on the voice. He was on the Voice before that.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I was doing shit, but I'm like, I know I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Like, I know I need more direction. I got information on some things, but I don't know what I'm missing. So I came, Scottie was there. He was like, yo, I want to put y'all in the group. Blah, 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 blah. And I was like, all right, I fucked with Scottie. So then the idea was it was Hov and another girl that we was talking about. And then it was another two members. It was another two members too, though. So it was two other boys that they wanted to have.
Prlm Chld was about to be like Wu-Tang.
Yeah, it was like so they was like, yeah, like, yo, Hov or this other person. I'm like, yo, Hov for sure. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? I fuck with Hov, like her vibe before that time period. I think me and Hov, we did the Merlin thing, and then we went to Summer Jam.
So we went to a show at the Fillmore in Springfield, Maryland, and then we went to Summer Jam at MetLife or whatever, and that was cool. And me and Pride always had like a cat and mouse, like Tom and Jerry type of relationship. So it was just funny that we were in a group together.
Yeah, Hov had a real good vibe. So I was like, yeah, Hov for sure. Like so when we did that shit and we got together, you mean, it turns out, you know, we separated the wheat from the tare, and you mean the real niggas standing, right? You know what I'm saying, doing our thing right now. You know what I mean?
And the dopest thing about like getting in this for me specifically is like, I know for me, like always when I was making music, like I always wanted like a you know, like a vocal, like a dope female vocalist I could always depend on to make dope stuff for it, like whether it's samples or whatever. So like, you know, and just vocalist period, like, cause I'm heavy like rap dude, you know what I'm saying? And I started kind of getting into the melodic stuff, like later after I like, you know, been doing music for a while. So even being with them, like, it super even pushed me harder to, you know, like super get the singing thing down, you know what I mean? But like first time I heard whole voice, like, it was crazy to me. I was like, yo, this shit, like, this gonna be crazy, you know what I'm saying? Cause I just started thinking of everything that I had, whether I made it already, where I'm like, yo, she'd be dope to hop on this joint, and you know what I'm saying? And then hearing Zoo singing, like, it was just like, yo, like, hearing they, like, for them to be able to sing and rap like how they do, it's super dope to me. You know what I'm saying?
You all are really, really talented. So
Thank you.
I usually can tell if someone has better vocals than their raps, or their raps are better than their vocals. But all of you are pretty much on the same level, and you're all so good. I swear, when I first heard you guys, I'm not even kidding. When I told you that I heard you guys on Sway, and I was like, these guys need to be on an interview now.
Yeah.
I seriously was thinking that as soon as I heard you guys. And then I listened to more of your music, and Hope, your voice, you sound like an angel.
Yo, I'm telling you.
You guys are so good, and your raps, everything, and your vibes are so good. Just, I want to give you some accolades on that, because, you know, it's hard to find a group of rappers and people in the hip hop industry who still really encompass what hip hop is and the culture of it. Mm-hmm. And you guys do it so well. Like, when I watched, I think I was watching, it was one of your videos on Instagram, and all of you were rapping, and then Pride, you were in the back seat, just ad-libbing some stuff, and then Hov, you started singing, and I was just like, man, these guys are just, they're so good. And so I just want to say all of that to you guys, because, you know, when people hear that kind of music, it makes them feel good. And the reason I wanted you guys to be on this interview is because, you know, if I like it, there are 10 million other people that I guarantee you would love your music. And I think that it's important to share that talent with the world.
Hey,
So,
man, for sure.
Can you guys talk a little bit about some of the successes that you've had in your music careers?
Yeah.
As a group, I feel as though, I think one of the major things that we've accomplished was after we did our showcase in July 19th, it was a showcase we did at World Cafe Live.
Yeah.
After that, everything kind of just snowballed. It was just like, oh, show after show after show. All right, we're on Peace on the Streets, Power 99. We're here. We're backstage at Powerhouse. So it was just like, oh, okay. Like, it wasn't the fact that we were hitting all of these events. It was more so like, okay, we're working. Like, we have a flow now. And that, for me, that was like success for us.
And to be clear, so the July 19th show, we sold out the World Cafe Live here in Philly.
Right.
Yeah, it was like 500 people there.
Yeah,
that was real dope. We did it as a collective with the gang.
There was a couple other artists on it.
Yeah, but we went ham. We were selling the shit out of them tickets. We sold a ton of merch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, sold a lot of merch.
And that's a part of I think one of our big successes. Our shirts. You know what I mean? It's funny. One day I choose not to have one. But we got and we got multiple. Oh yeah, I got the same design. But we got different types of shirts too. We got what is it? A vinyl cutter in the crib.
Yeah, we invested in our own. Yeah, our
we
own
got
heat presses and stuff like that. So, you know, we pretty much making the merch from the muscle. Yeah, recording from the muscle. Like, you know, everything that we do is pretty much an in-house situation.
And those things to me is the most important types of things. Like we got our studio set up in the crib. You know what I mean? I produce, I play keys and stuff. So we able to produce and record ourselves and mix and shit. Yeah. Like, those types of things is the most important things. We got other things that was positive too, but the internal growth is the most important shit. Like, when you got your engine running clean, you know what I'm saying? That oil right. You know what I'm saying? That's the shit that I'm proud of. Like, when other motherfuckers say, like, damn, your car dope, your car fast, dope. But is it really? Like, you know what I'm saying?
And we all like, and it's dope because everybody just bring such a dope thing to the table that, like, complete the circle so dope. Like, it's like, Hov is such a super creative. Like, you leave Hov you know, with some dope beats, like Hov gonna come with a crazy hook or a crazy, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, all right, that's a joint. Then two, he gonna be playing the keys and producing all night and shit, and come with a crazy beat and play a song for you on some calm shit that's really hot and shit. And, you know, for me, like I'm heavy on some, you know, graphic design, like you know what I mean. I design the merch and press them, you know what I'm saying. So it's like we all just come together and you know, and it's not like those are just the main things that they super ring, but everybody still attribute to everything.
I feel like that's what makes us successful, is that we kind of just are like relentless with our work. We just want to like be better and do better.
That's
so
one of the biggest
I feel like that's one of the biggest successes.
But I mean, but even on top of that though, since the quarantine, like, cause I mean, when the quarantine kind of happened and we realized like, yo, it's really about to get locked down, like, we just was like, yo, let's come out on the other side of this, like, ahead of the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we wanted to make sure that we was getting together and just getting doper with our 16s and you mean just putting out a lot of content, producing a lot of content. And, you know, like the Sway was just, you know, one win within a whole bunch of other wins. Like we hopped on the Sway, you know, Fab seen us in there. We ended up doing a remix to Fab Cold Summer song. Like just like before it was even a challenge, we just did it. And like Fab ended up turning to a challenge. Next thing you know, we on Fab page. Like he reposted us. This just happened on Saturday. He reposted us, and since then it been going super crazy. We got the showcase for the vice president of A&R. Yeah, shout out to Fab, man. He put us. Fab really put us on, man. We got the showcase for the vice president of A&R at Atlantic on IG Live.
Wow.
We got the showcase. Yeah, we did like a singing type competition with this dude named Kenny Sway Live. So it was I mean,
we just kept working.
It's been a lot of
like our success is really just coming from us just pushing.
Yeah, just pushing
every day.
I mean, cause and then you know after the Fab thing, like I said, it's like it's just a lot of people that's like really connecting with us and you know rocking with our music, and we really kind of seeing, you know, the things that people connect with and being able to really hone in on, okay, man, people love that type of thing from us and people love this and that and that. And I mean, it's pretty much the things we already been doing. It's not like it's something different and we got to start being hyper more on this. But it's just like, yo, let's just keep our foot on the gas. You know what I'm saying? Like,
aside from that, Run Me My Shit, it got to like 120 something thousand on Spotify, which was dope. That was our first release. Yeah. So it was kind of dope for us to have something kind of catch like that. You know what I mean? And then and since then, our other songs is getting a lot of traffic and people showing us a lot of love on Spotify. You know, shout out to y'all. That's dope. That's love. So we looking forward to that. You know what I mean? That momentum to keep pushing. We dropping a song on the 24th of this month called "It's a Problem." So you know, we excited.
How do you guys manage all of this stuff? So I know you have some mentors, and then we have Darnell on the line. Shout out to
Thank
Darnell
God
for
the OG. Thank God for Darnell. Because that is such a great question.
I'm in the background.
Hi, Darnell. Thank you for helping us set it up.
That is such a great question, because like literally with us three, we are all like artsy and creative, so we'll have like a million ideas of I want to go do this and I want to do that. So like Darnell be on it. He like, all right, let's make this schedule. Let's try to stick to this. All right, this day is for content. This day is for recording. This day. So it does take a lot. Like obviously it takes a village to create that type of workflow. Because in the beginning we were just like kind of just doing everything and like forgetting about certain stuff and then coming back. So I mean, organization is definitely key with 3 people.
And then I mean we you know we got a gang of mentors, like you know we around OGs, you know what I mean? So it's like we around a lot of OGs that had, you know, certain successes in the game that can kind of always give us game and help us to understand certain things. And you know, even the artist development, man, like you know, it took a lot. Like we probably took like a year of just doing straight up artist development before we even was putting out any, you know what I'm saying? It was like probably like a year and a half before we even put out a song. We just was doing artist development the whole time. You know
when you say artist development, can you explain that for someone who might be new to the game?
Okay, so when I say artist development, I mean like, you know, understanding what you selling as far as like, you know, we artists, we products, you know what I'm saying? So we got to understand what our demographic is. What am I trying to sell? What am I trying to sell to you?
Brand?
When you look at Prlm Chld, what do we want you to, you know what I'm saying? What do I want you to see? You know what I mean? Also, you know, just performance wise, like understanding your spacing when it comes to performances, understanding, like, you know, add a small choreo in there, you know, understanding creating your sound, you know what I'm saying? Like all those type of things.
Specifically with artist development, as well as what he said, like our mentor, he has a phrase. He'll say, like, what's the purpose of artist development?
Right.
And we'll say, and the answer that we, you know what I mean, say is to get ahead of the mindset of the people.
Right.
Right. So pretty much artist development is you pretty much understanding how to sell your product to the public.
And how to communicate. Because that's super important.
It's like, that's pretty much it. Because sometimes, a lot of times we forget that music is a business.
Right.
And we have a product, which is yourself.
100%.
And you really get in the specifications, like all right, what am I? Like, what aisle am I in? You know what I'm saying? If I'm in the market, what aisle do you put me in? Because a lot of times you'll ask, like, I remember I used to do this when I was younger. Somebody would say, like, what type of artist, you know, would I compare you to? I'm like, I'm not like anybody else.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just, I'm different. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, no, that's not a business answer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you just think you being so special and you know you repping for yourself. But at the end of the day, I'm trying to sell you. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to put, if you want to be in Walmart, or you want to be in, you know what I mean? What section are you in?
Right.
Like, they trying to understand. So that's what, when you developing an artist, is like you developing your understanding of your product.
Right.
And like he said, like the, you know, getting that clarity and like, all right, this is what I'm selling. Yeah. This is the area you can find me in. This is what I do. This is why this is important. And this is why this is special. So once you understand that stuff, then you can give it to people on purpose.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because a lot of people, we just talented. Yeah. And that's one of the, like, so it was 3 rules of artist development. We're going to get this to y'all for free. Sorry, Ray. You know what I'm saying? So the first rule of artist development is people are stupid, right?
Yeah.
So this is for us talented, you know, creative artsy motherfuckers that want to come with really avant-garde ideas. You know what I'm saying? And we want to be really eclectic, and all of these rules or laws or whatever you want to call them, they go way deeper. You know what I'm saying? I got paid range for that. You know what I'm saying? But to be, you know what I mean, give you the short and sweet answer is for that though. Like, you know what I mean? So we don't overthink and get all caught up in our heads. And the second rule is talent is your greatest enemy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So we get that talent and we think that we can do everything.
We think we're in Disneyland and shit. We can draw with the magic wand. Like, we're about to fly with the music.
Exactly.
Like,
So,
it really takes work.
And that's the thing, like she said. You know what I mean? If you're not really willing to put in the hard work, and you just want to rely on your talent. Yeah. Yo, I done that shit like time and time again, where I'm just like, fuck it, man. I can sing. Fuck it. Like, I don't have to practice. I know I can do it. And
because there's always somebody more talented than you.
Exactly.
No matter what. You know what I'm saying? No matter how dope, how talented you think you are, it's always somebody doper. Yep. So what are you going to put on top of that sets you apart? You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And then the third rule is greatness. There's no greatness without
obsession. Yeah. You know what I mean?
So that's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? If you want to be a legend, if you want to be great, you know what I mean? Like, yo, you gotta be tunnel vision, man. You gotta max out and put your 10,000 hours in, man. So, you know, those are the philosophies we live by. You know what
man. So it's a full circle study. You know what I mean? It's like, so when the obsession thing is there, we're not just looking at like, all right, write 100,000 reps.
Yeah, right.
Like that, because like at the end of the day, you're not gonna get better in the vacuum. So you gotta understand what's going on outside of you. Like I said, this is a business at the end of the day. So when you a new company, we do shit like SWOT analysis, right? Like strengths, weaknesses, opportunity, threats. Right. Like you study the market. Like, you know what I mean? And artsy artists will say, man, I'm only listening to myself. Yeah. Cool, bro. Cool. Like, I mean, that could have made sense, 20, 30 years ago when the music industry was a little different. Right. You know what I'm saying? But now, it's oversaturated, you know what I'm saying? Now we gotta really have quality product if you want to sell it. Now, if you want to just be an artsy, you know what I mean? I'm in my basement just working. Cool, that's not the same conversation.
Yeah, right.
But if you want to win in a different type of way, you have to understand what's working. You know what I'm saying? At this moment, if I'm a car company and I want to drop a flying car tomorrow, good idea, bro. No. You know what I'm saying? It's not that flying cars, people have been talking about flying cars for years, right? Yeah, but let's think about it in practical application. This whole world is on the ground.
Right.
You know what I mean? So how is that going to mix it? How can we regulate it? Blah, 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 blah. No. So you got to study the market and just see where the market is and how can you relate to that. And it's the same thing for any industry. But music, you know what I'm saying? People think just because it's creative and it's so personal that they can stray away from those rules, and that's not the case.
It's like if you take Drake, you know what I'm saying? It's like so many people love Drake. So many people love to hate Drake. Drake not at the top because he just talented.
Exactly.
Because he the craziest singer or the craziest rapper. No, Drake at the top because first his work ethic crazy. He's a super calculated, you know what I'm saying? He's a super calculated thinker. So every time he throw a punch, it's the right punch. You know what I'm saying? And it always hit how it's supposed to. So those are the things that put you on that next level. Just same as a Jay-Z, same as a Beyonce. All of those people not just doing it because of their talent. They all have a certain type of philosophy of how they move, which really obsession, which really changes why every time they're able to put out something or do something that hits a certain way and capture the people. They such ahead of the mindset. They light years ahead of the mindsets of the people that they're selling to. So they basically giving you the direction.
I can tell that you guys have had a lot of good guidance because you have a lot to speak on. With that being said, I'm sure that a lot of that comes from your experience too. So can you talk about some of the struggles that you faced as artists?
Oh man. Yo, before we as a group, I done had times where I paid $500 to go on this tour. It wasn't really a tour. Lost $500. Then it's so much. Big part of it just being broke. Period. Like when you try and figure it out and you just dumping all your resources into pushing your business forward. It's like man, it's a crazy balance. You know what I'm saying? It's a super crazy balance.
I like at a point. So I did a lot of different shit. Like it was a point when I graduated from high school and I was in college, I had a 9-piece band. Like I told you, I played instruments and shit. So I had a 9-piece band. And we were dope at certain things. You know what I mean? But it was a whole ton of other shit that I didn't understand. So I had a band. I ran a open mic in the city for like a year. Shout out to Uddy and everybody at the Let Out and all his spots, man. He showed me love. That was real dope. But I ran that open mic for a year and it was dope at times, but then I was stretching myself thin. I was in school at the time. You know what I mean? I was working. I had the band and I also, was running a open mic, and it was open mic showcase. So it was a lot to learn in that whole time period for me. Then after that, like I decided like, all right, look, I can't like be the front man to this band when I don't understand what the fuck I am. You know what I'm saying? Or I didn't really max out on who I am. So I said, all right, look, fuck the band thing. I'm a stop and I'm gonna get focused. So we were working out of Questlove studio. And if anybody don't know Questlove, the drummer from the Roots, we was working out of his studio in Philly. It was me and 2 other guys. So we started like a production team. So I was getting better at producing, getting better at songwriting and connecting to that. Right. And we was working around a lot of other dope people. They was getting placements for a lot of motherfuckers. Like they was just working heavy, just on some real industry shit. And I was like noticing like that it was just a difference between what I was doing and what they was doing. And I didn't understand why. So I was going and recording. I was paying a guy named Scott Carter. Shout out to Scott in Triangle Park. Yeah, man. I went and I was recording with him and he was giving me like feedback, really methodical feedback. And I'm like, at the time I was still in the artsy space. So I'm like, the fuck, like, no, it ain't like, it's not like that. It's not that deep. You know what I'm saying? I can do what I feel like. I feel like this. This feel good. Right? And I'm like, well, Kanye did this and this person did that. And I'm like, Chris Brown got a lot of different types of songs and Beyonce got songs that sound like this. And then they like started explaining like, yeah, but what did he start with? The first album was specific, and then he went and he took steps. You looking at the 5th and 6th step, and you counting everything at one time. Like you can do everything at once when that's not what happens. So when I got that information from Scott and Sean, shout out again to Sean Penn, that made me connect with that. And I said, oh, hold up. Like we over here and we in our vacuum, you know what I'm saying? It was people around, but they weren't in our circle. And we were thinking that we was attached to our talent, you know what I'm saying? And we were thinking that we could do whatever we felt, you know what I mean? Without actually having the weight behind it and studying and stuff. So I got with Scott and Sean, and Sean started mentoring me really heavy. And that's what kind of broke up that bullshit. Cause it was like, my mom said, she said, stinking thinking. You know what I'm saying? Where I was thinking in a way where I was just embracing myself without embracing the world around me and you know what I'm saying? Understanding and learning from the people that came before me. So that was my biggest struggle throughout this whole thing, because I always had a motor. I was always talented. You know what I mean? I was always like, you know, somewhat unique. People always followed me since I was a kid. Like anything I did, people fucked with me. People wanted to be like me or be with me or whatever like that. But it's the things that I didn't understand that was stopping me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think my struggle period already starts at the very like as soon as you see me, the very foundation of just me being a woman. Like my struggle already started like before I even walked through the door, because people are already putting me in this box of like, oh, she's a girl, so either. You mean I'm going to try to get her number. I'm gonna try to. You mean I'm not really going to try to work with her on some really business stuff. Right. So now I'm struggling with trying to, communicate in a way where it's like, all right, I don't want you. I want to work on these records. Right. Like I want to get to this level, and I don't need a man like on some relationship stuff to take me there. Right. So now that's one struggle. Then my other struggle is like, okay. So she is a girl. How does this work? How does this work? It's a million females out here doing. Are you selling ass? Are you selling titties? And it's like, if you're not selling that, it's another struggle, because it's like, well, this is what men want. What about what I want? What about what I want as a female? Like, there's a whole female audience that's going to be looking at me. It's like, all right, what can I do for the next generation of daughters and aunties and all that other stuff is coming up, where they can just see somebody just being themselves without having to sell their soul to do it. Right. So it's like my struggle definitely, like, especially when I was a songwriter, even before I decided to like evolve into being an artist, like my struggle already started with just trying to like write and be in rooms with like 20 guys and me being the only girl. I'm just like, yo, like, this is not going to work. So that's why, like, even just being in the group with them, like, they really protect me, because, man, I be out here and people be trying to come for me. Okay,
they be trying, but look, just know it's y'all gotta get past us first.
I remember what I'm saying. We had this show at Underground Nurse.
They're looking out for you.
We had a show at Underground Nurse, and Scottie even told me after. And I'm kind of glad that I didn't see it, because it was somebody grabbing on her and shit. They had to like holler at you, but I ain't the guy to holler at niggas. Don't do shit around me. Like, if you fuck with somebody that I fuck with, I'm not about to talk to you about it. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Right. Y'all can, put it together yourself. But I ain't about to say shit. I ain't about to say shit.
But I mean,
I'm an action guy.
For me, also on top of this. On top of this whole thing, like before being in the group, like a big struggle for me was definitely like I'm an overachiever. Like I'm gonna try to do everything myself type dude. You know what I'm saying? So before it's like I'm trying to do my merch while booking my shoes, while doing this, while you know what I'm saying? And it's like I'm just kind of not moving as fast as I could, because I'm just trying to do everything myself. Like I've been one of the people that's like, I'm like, yo, can you do this? And if you just take too long, I'm just going to do it. Like, I'm just going to go find a way to figure it out and do it. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, getting added to this team, and even, the people, the bigger team we got around us, it's like, it's just dope, because it's like, I'm able to just hone in on just my own dopeness and get better at it. Yeah. And not have to worry about other things. You know what I'm saying? Like, the things that they specialize in, they got it. You know what I'm saying? I don't gotta worry about it. You know what I mean? So
I think that as far as like being an artist and having like that whole struggle thing, I feel like through all the noise, like you have to really find that zone out. And like my mentor before I met Brian and Scottie, and before I was even in the whole like circle or whatever, he told me like, yo, like you zoning out is going to be your ticket. So like you can't like pay attention to what everybody else is saying or what everybody else is doing. Like you need to be focused in and out of the booth. You need to be focused regardless. So
yeah, Hope made a good point earlier when she was talking about the struggle as a female, right? And like what like leaving something for the younger generations, and it's a challenge. Like that's one of the struggles too for me and for all of us, right? Because we are Prlm Chld, so we come from a place where we, you know, got different types of paths. Just to,
right.
I mean, we was in our bag in different ways. So that type of thing, it still appeals to us and on some real shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not like, I do want to speak to the youth and I do want to be positive and speak empowerment, but I also like to have fun too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I like to, you know what I mean? And I also, there's certain things that I'm going to do in a certain way. Yeah, like I'm not perfect. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not. So that balance is a thing too. So we are a positive group that's speaking about, you know what I mean, the people that was forgotten and the people that was, you know, labeled a certain thing. But at the same time, we definitely was labeled for a reason. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like I'm not Jesus and I'm not like my dad. It's crazy. My dad's a pastor, and I'm not trying to be that. Like, not much love to you, Dad. You know what I mean? Shout out to you, but like that's not my direct, mission. Like, like I do seek my fault. I do seek to, touch, move, and inspire people. But I'm not like, yo, watch me like you watching God. Like, do everything I do. And,
I lost you guys. I got a picture of Hope. Oh, there we go.
My bad.
All good. How do you guys balance each other out then? Because it's hard when you're working with people, but it seems like you all work really well together. So how do you all balance each other out while you're in this group?
I mean, it's a Oh, you went.
Yeah, because the joint is pulling. You good, good.
It's really just it's an everyday thing, you know what I'm saying? Like it's because we all still human. So
you talking about in the creative process, or you just talking about in general?
Like, how do you push each other as a group? So it could be a creative process, it could be the business side.
Yeah,
accountability. Because like, you know, a lot of times, you know, everybody's human, so you're gonna make mistakes. There's gonna be times where you don't feel like it. Like I'm a super feely person, and I'm very emotional. So it's like if I don't feel like getting out of bed today, like it's a constant struggle for me if I'm in that negative space. So like just being accountable and them calling me like, yo, I didn't hear from you all day. Like we talk to each other like every day, all day. So we're always being accountable, and I feel like that's one of the reasons why we can like push each other and stuff like that.
Facts. It's definitely being accountable, being humble, always checking our egos, and you know what I'm saying, always just connecting to the bigger picture and understanding where we try and take this. You know what I'm saying, and you know, sometimes it takes us a second to sit and kind of reset and say, all right, team, we on it. You know what I'm saying? But it always, you know, it always happens. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much how we bounce each other out. We always encouraging each other, always clapping it up for each other when it's a success, or, you know what I'm saying, when it's a failure, we just pat each other on the back and say, let's get back on the horse. You know what I'm saying? So
accountability is a big word, man, because like people, it's funny, like when you look at where that comes from, like accounting, whereas like at the end of the day, you look at what you know what I mean, what came out, what went in, and then at the end of the day, it's like what's left. So it's like really looking at like, what did I do? You know what I'm saying? Like that whole you reap what you sow conversation. It's like, what the fuck did I do? Like, okay, this is what I got. This is what happened. But what did I do to contribute to that? Yeah. And when we are accountable with each other and we really looking at, I did this, but then I did that. All right. My bad. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the way that we create these relationships, you know what I mean? And that's why when I said in the beginning, when we sat down and we was talking, and you know, I learned about them, and I learned that they were willing to be accountable. That's super special to me. That's a very special thing to me. Nobody's perfect.
A lot of people not like.
Yeah, a lot of people they'll make excuses for their mistakes and stuff like that. But when you really connected to progression and you want to grow, like you willing to be like, damn, I fucked up. It's cool because you believe your confidence isn't based in exactly where you are now.
Right.
You know that you have, you know what I mean, the ability to grow past this moment. I'm not just who I am at this very moment.
Because you mean how much energy do it really take to look at what you did and say, oh, all right, I can see, you know, how this just affected this situation.
Thanks.
My fault. I'm sorry. Whatever.
Yeah.
Let's keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? It's like that. Take nothing to do, bro.
That's all I say. That's my thing. I'm like moving forward. So moving forward, what we gonna do? Moving forward, like for real. Because at the end of the day, it's like, all right, yeah, somebody fucking cool. Moving forward, like let's, because that's all we can do. All we got is the present. You know what I'm saying? The past is done. It happened. Cool. Fuck it. Like it's not, and I'm not even like a forget about it. You know what I mean? Because I really embrace remorse because I fucked up so many times. And that remorse is really what pushed me to say, yo, I can't do this shit. Because I'm going to fuck around. I'm going to end up like this motherfucker or that motherfucker. Like, I got cousins in jail. I got cousins that's dead. You know what I'm saying? I got friends in jail. I got friends that's dead. You know what I'm saying? And, like, the only thing that separated me from them is my decisions. And my decisions is based in my experience. And that remorse that I experienced from the results that I got and the people that I was affecting, it changed my life. You know what I'm saying? I've always been an intelligent kid, but like at a point I was kind of living in my head. I'm like, okay, I was reading these different books and I was doing different things. Like I was 13 and I won this business plan competition. It was like a national competition for high school students. But I was in 8th grade, they let me do it and I won, right? So I'm like, oh, cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? Bet, mind you, I'm getting suspended from my school every other week, whole time.
Wow.
So I'm living in my head of, I'm this whole positive person, and I'm like, you know what I mean? I'm not like them, you know, until I got kicked out of my last school. It was a high school. I got kicked out. I was in a fight, you know, on the street or whatever with this man. So, like.
So being accountable is just like. To yourself, and not only to yourself, but to your teammates. Because you may not actually be in a group necessarily. To have to be accountable to other people that you're working with, because you might have a design guy, you might have a marketing guy, you might have somebody that does playlists, somebody that does the production. You got to be accountable to all those other people that are, you know, the chess pieces in your life.
So like I said, so when I got kicked out, so that made me connect though. Like she said, with the accountability, it was like, damn, what did I do and what didn't I do? I'm looking at like. I'm just saying this for that artist or that person that's home that know like they got good in them. You know what I'm saying? And you got all of this positivity that you have inside, but we need to see it outside because who you are isn't just what you think; it's also what you do. What you do. That's the account. And
you know what I'm saying? I think about like when we was in 2nd grade. I mean, we both was like. We is the bad young, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like
Prlm Chld.
Yeah, we used to be wilding, you know what I mean? And it was just funny reconnecting with him, like, you know, in the space that he was in when we reconnected, because it was like a polar opposite. I'm like, damn, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? And like, cause even for the group, like Zoo is like, he like the Dr. Phil of the group. Like he gonna figure out what's going on. Like he want to hear everybody out to a maximum and understand where everybody coming from. I mean, I'm a heavy passion bull, Hov a heavy passion bull, so he be trying to filter through our passion, but sometimes we just be having our heart in it. Like we gotta. You know what I'm saying?
And I love it, man. Like, because at the end of the day, if Scottie wasn't passionate, we wouldn't be what we are. If Hov wasn't passionate, we wouldn't be. All of these ingredients is necessary. You know what I'm saying? I just came from a place where my passion fucked me up in a lot of ways. So I had to be able to really use it and maneuver through it in a certain way. And I'm not even perfect. Like, I still get my bag from time to time. But it's really important for me, based on where I come from, to be like, nah, you know what I'm saying? Chill out, Hulk, nigga. Cause you fuck around and you fuck everything. You supposed to be on some good shit, nigga. You gonna break everything. So it's like, nah, I can't let myself get in that bag. So it's important for us, like I said, like we've been saying, the important thing to get along, to get to a result, is accountability and humility. Yep.
Accountability and humility.
You guys have a lot of good advice. We have about 10 minutes left. Could each one of you give just one really good gem for all the people that'll be watching this?
Yeah, okay. So I'll start. I mean, the gem I just want to give, man, like, it's no such thing as the perfect time. Like, if you waiting to start your music career, your design career, or your entrepreneur, whatever you trying to do, like, it's no day where everything gonna line up and you ain't gonna have no problems and that. You just gotta go do it, man. And the perfect time is really when your preparation meets opportunity. That's when you created the perfect time. The perfect time is always premeditated. You know what I'm saying? So I just want people to, like, know, man, yo, whatever you trying to do, man, start it today, man. And just get dope and progress and do your research. You know what I'm saying? Do your research.
Yep. Yeah. And to go along with what he's saying, I would say consistency is key.
Facts.
Because, like, as artists, we like to start shit. You know what I'm saying? We real creative and we want to keep creating. But if you want to win in business, you need to develop something that people know you for.
Yep.
Some consistency, whereas, like, it can break through, like the whole, like, you know how, like, Eric, like when water erodes something, is that the small drop that keep hitting that rock. And it's not that the water is stronger than the rock, it's the consistency that creates the breakthrough.
Fact.
Like, we always use the analogy of us getting out into space. You know what I mean? That rocket, that power that's really concentrated, it'll push you through the atmosphere. And then once you're in space, you floating.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So stay consistent is my.
So for me, once you start, like what Scottie said, and then you are consistent, like what Pride said, when you start to build up and people are starting to recognize you for the things that you're doing, creating or whatever, you have to make sure that you're staying grounded and staying true to yourself and do not become something that you're not.
Facts.
Because a lot of times, you know, it just looks so nice. Everybody is liking your stuff. They're rocking your stuff. You know, they're telling you they love you and this and that.
Right.
And so you just become this super big-headed type of person. No, like, you have to continue to do the work and continue to be yourself, because there's going to be so many other people that are going to pull you in so many different directions.
Right.
And then you're going to go down a slippery slope where, you know, you might end up somewhere where you never even wanted to be. So just really stay true to yourself. Know what you want. Because if you don't know what you want, you're going to have other people telling you what you're going to be and what your destiny is. And that's not where you want to go. So that's my advice.
Hey, man, I'm proud of you.
Cool. So now that you've given all of this advice and you've talked a little bit, would you guys want to beatbox and drop a beat for a second? Throw some bars?
We can give you an acapella. Look, I need that money. I need the narrow. If I'm in Europe, then pay me in euros. If I'm in China, then pay me in yen. If it ain't about dollars, don't call me again. I don't speak English, I only speak Benji. 2020 and we getting it litty. Came from the bottom, still repping the city. I don't cuff nothing but hundreds and 50s.
Young real nigga, try stack figures. Fuck with a bitch nigga, feel. We end up living in money and women. These niggas stuck in the feel. These niggas bent off the pill. These niggas wish what we will. These niggas pussy probably should do. These niggas smelling like seal.
You are a rookie. I am a bully. Get to the coins like Mario should be. Money made day rain.
Hundreds and 50s.
Your nigga wish he was with me.
Bitch, I'ma run up a tag.
Have the nigga drop a bag. Fuck him, leave him where he at. I get money price tag. Probably try to stick to the shit. Collecting a bag.
Get back. Don't give me your heart, I might break that. Like a long vacation, I need a big bag. I was down for a minute, I had to get back.
Give a nigga one, get 6 bag. Kick flip that flat, won't skip pack. Hey, all I really want is a protect. Wristwatch cut like a 6-pack. Hey, it's a problem, man. Big man, take me out of it. I mean.
Hey, nice, cool. So you guys have something coming out on the 24th. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
We got a slogan that we go by, you know what I'm saying, when we let motherfuckers know that we in the building, right? You know what I'm saying, we here, we still standing, we the Prlm Chld that y'all was talking about, right? You know what I'm saying, and we still standing, so it's a problem. So we say, we are Prlm Chld.
It's a problem.
We are Prlm Chld.
It's a problem.
That song is called It's a Problem.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To let everybody know that
We letting everybody know we came from the bottom. We came from the bottom. We here. You feel me? They labeled us a problem, but we still made it to where we at now. You know what I'm saying? We gonna keep pushing it to the max. So that's all it's about. It's just a little anthem. You know what I'm saying? It's an anthem for y'all to turn up to. And just look, man, tell them it's a problem. When you coming through for your new job, whatever you trying to do, you know what I'm saying? Your new job, your new business, you a rapper, you a whatever, let them know it's a problem when you step in the building, you know what I'm saying?
The 24th is going down. It's a problem. You can stream it on every service you could possibly think of. It will be up on there.
Facts. And right now, you can go get, well, we got 4 other, we got Rummy My Shit out, we got Hard on the Show, we got Meter Man, we got Shooting in the Gym. So y'all can check all those out on streaming services right now on everything. Check out the Rummy My Shit visual on YouTube. Look, man, just show us love. We appreciate it.
Nice. I'm gonna link all of your profiles to the YouTube video, and this should be out within the next 2 days. I should be able to send you guys something by Wednesday.
Okay. Dope.
I'll have a preview out so you guys can post it on your Instagram. So one last thing, can I get a screenshot of all of us really quick?
Yeah.
All right, 1, 2, 3. Cool. All right, so thank you guys for coming on to interview today. Seriously, you guys are talented. So I'm gonna post up some stuff for you this week to promote some of your music, and then also I'll post up the interview up on YouTube. We're restructuring our website right now, so give it a couple of days and then it'll be up on our website.
So,
Okay,
thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys. All right, have a good week. I'll talk to you soon.
You too.
All right, you too. Thank you.
All right, bye everybody.
Bye.
Running the numbers like me, the man.